Hello, very good morning. Welcome to the Mega News, the 6 News coming to you live from our studios here on the 10th Avenue Extension, Greater Estate, and Ngoa Adugon. My name is El Samuels. The news is also live on our social media handles on MBN 360. The headlines.
President Mahama visits survivors of Burkina Faso terror attack at 37 military hospital. In business, Abose Okai spare parts dealers urge calm, demand tax education. And on the international front, family of Zambia's ex-president Lungu dismisses poisoning allegation, lawyers.
The President John Dramani Mahama on Wednesday, February 18, 2026, visited the survivors of the Burkina Faso terrorist attack who are currently receiving treatment at the 37 military hospital in Accra.
The victims were among a group of Ghanaian tomato traders traveling on a truck that was ambushed by armed assailants. Reports indicate that the attackers lined up the men on board, killed them and set the vehicle ablaze. President Mahama, accompanied by the Chief of Staff Julius Debra, commiserated with the survivors and assured them that the government would cover their medical bills. The president, who had earlier been in Takoradi on official assignment, proceeded directly to the hospital upon landing in Accra to obtain first-hand information about the tragic incident. 7 Ghanaians who lost their lives in the attack have since been buried. The survivors were airlifted home by the Ghana Armed Forces and are currently undergoing counseling and receiving the necessary medical care.
The head of the public affairs at the Ghana Cocoa Board, Jerome Kweku Sam, has announced that 237 million Ghana cedis has been paid to cocoa farmers for 50,000 metric tons of cocoa.
The announcement comes amid a crisis in Ghana's cocoa sector, where farmers have complained of delayed payments for several months. In a Facebook post on Wednesday, February 18, Mr. Sam wrote, "I'm happy to report Cocoa Board has started payment of the 50,000 metric tons. An amount of 237 million Ghana cedis has been paid. The government recently introduced reforms, including a reduction in the producer price for the remainder of the 2025-2026 crop season. The new price has been adjusted to 41,392 Ghana cedis per ton, which is 2,587 Ghana cedis per bag." Authorities said the adjustment is intended to cushion farmers against falling global cocoa prices. Meanwhile, Cocoa Board has revealed that it could save an estimated 5 million Ghana cedis monthly following salary reductions for its executive management and senior staff. The cuts, 20% for executive management and 10% for senior staff, took effect immediately and will remain in place for the rest of the 2025-2026 crop year. The decision, announced in a press release dated Monday, February 16, 2026, is part of measures aimed at addressing liquidity challenges within the cocoa sector.
Government has confirmed that individuals at the center of the recent controversy over the sharing of intimate videos without the consent of Ghanaian women indeed is a Russian national.
The clarification came during a joint press conference by the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection and the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation. Earlier reports had suggested that the name circulating in some media outlets did not appear to be a typical Russian name, raising doubts about the suspect's nationality. Speaking at the briefing, Minister for Communication, Sam Nate George, stated that the government's engagement with the Russian embassy in Ghana confirmed the individual's nationality. He revealed that the passports of the person involved would be made available to the media for verification and publication. Sam George also noted that several of the women affected by the incident have already filed official complaints, and authorities are working to ensure that the victims receive support while the investigation continues. The government reiterated its commitment to protecting the rights and dignity of Ghanaian women, warning that individuals who distribute intimate content without consent will face full legal consequences.
Now we move straight away to the business desk where the Adabusokan Spare Parts Dealers Association has urged its members to remain calm and cooperate with the newly introduced tax policy following a meeting with the Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Kwesi Sapon.
In a statement issued after the engagement on Wednesday, February 18, the association said the GRA clarified that the tax measure has already been passed into law and forms part of the country's existing legal framework. According to the association, the authority indicated that the policy will be monitored over a 6-month period to assess its effectiveness and practical impact. It was also explained that Parliament does not hastily repeal laws, as due process must be followed before any amendments can be made. The GRA assured the dealers that the objective of the policy is not to impose additional hardship on traders, but to ensure that taxes legitimately due to the state are properly paid. The structure of the system, including a 20% component, is intended to promote compliance and fairness. The association emphasized that there is no cause for unrest and announced that all shops at Abossey-Okai will remain open on Monday, with business activities continuing as usual. However, the group called for intensified public education on the new tax system, noting that only a small number of traders consistently meet their tax obligations, while many others do not. It said this situation places an unfair burden on compliant traders, especially when some non-compliant operators record substantial turnovers. The association expressed optimism about the 6-month monitoring period and indicated that it hopes the review process, which could inform discussions in Parliament and the mid-year budget, will determine whether the policy should be maintained in its current form or adjusted. To support the monitoring process, a 6-member committee has been established, comprising 3 representatives from the Ghana Revenue Authority and 3 from the Ghana Union of Traders Association (GUTA). The committee will assess the impact of the tax policy and make recommendations. The Abossey-Okai Spare Parts Dealers Association said it remains committed to constructive engagement with the authorities to ensure a fair, transparent, and workable tax system for all traders.
Away from the business desk, we move straight away to the international front, where the family of the ex-Zambian President Edgar Lungu, who died in South Africa last June, is yet to be buried, has dismissed allegations he was poisoned.
South African police also want custody of his body as part of their investigations, according to the late politician's family. In a letter to the police seen by the BBC, their lawyers say the family is cooperating with criminal proceedings but maintain the allegations are unfounded and unsupported by credible evidence. It is the latest twist over the fate of Lungu's body, which remains in a morgue in South Africa and has been subject to an ongoing legal battle between his family and Zambia's government over where he should be buried. South Africa's police service has refused to comment on the letter sent by the Johannesburg law firm Mashele Attorneys, which is representing the Lungu family. Police spokesperson Brig Athlenda Math told the BBC, "This is a very sensitive matter that cannot be discussed at this stage." Lungu died of an undisclosed illness aged 68